I feel like I'm gonna live forever.
This is Jamin. He's having a laugh. This is Hilarie. She's making him laugh. These two are traveling the world to cure what they call travel FOMO. Hey gang, we just got off the train here in Bath, England. We're really excited to be here. We'll be here for 4 nights, so kind of a longer stay for us on this trip. And excited to show you all we can about Bath. And we're gonna start here with our Airbnb, so come on inside. This is the kitchen. I think this is what you might call a galley kitchen, in that there's not much to it. Great for a place where we're gonna stay a little longer because we hope to buy some food and cook for ourselves a little bit to save on cost. We also have a nice little bathroom, a shower, pretty standard. It does have some kind of apparatus that we're gonna have to figure out how to work. So far on this trip, every shower has been that way. So before long, we'll know how to operate every kind of shower, and maybe we'll do a channel about how to use showers.
Okay guys, come see how the shower works because we figured it out. I figured it out. I'm very proud.
Please ignore the man in the mirror.
Hold on to this first because I made a mistake in London of not holding on to this, and it went everywhere when I turned it on, and then I just had to shut the doors and watch it like snake around. Okay, so
yeah, so that definitely happened in London, and I opened the door to see Hilarie standing outside the shower with the shower hose just kind of going all over the place inside the shower, her plotting her way to get back in.
Okay, so with this one specifically, you hit this button and it turns it on, and then the dials basically decide like how hot or cold it's gonna be. So see, yeah? I'm not sure. Now it's cold again. Oh no.
This doesn't seem to be going well.
I messed it up. Oh my gosh. It's gonna be really cold. Oh boy. Well.
E for effort.
Oh man, I hope I didn't mess it up.
We come on down the hallway to the expansive rest of the Airbnb.
What? That's huge!
I know, look at all this space.
So big!
So big for so many activities.
Spin your arms around.
To save money, we are across the river from the main part of the city of Bath, where everything is that you want to see, which will mean a little bit more walking. It's really kind of a cozy little place, a perfect place to stay. See, Hilarie really does love to be on camera. Let's hop on across the river and check out Bath.
Okay, so we just found this great little gin distillery. We love gin. It's called the Gin Distillery and Herbal Apothecary. Oh my goodness, so cute, love it.
Okay guys, so we are here in Bath and we're ready for our run. It's a little cool out today, so it's like 42 degrees Fahrenheit.
That's about 6 degrees C for those of you not on the crazy system.
So a little bit chilly, but we're gonna go for the run anyway. We'll run across the famous Putney Bridge, by Bath Abbey. We will run through the circus and past the Royal Crescent. We will be taking some video and some pictures along the way.
Yes.
And excited to share it with you, so here you go. Just got back from our run. Gotta say it was pretty awesome.
It was really great. I'm so glad we did it.
Perfect place to run. Was a great morning. The weather ended up being perfect, no wind, nice and sunny. We saw all the famous bath sites and got to do it from the street on a run, which was really cool.
Don't let them fool you. They really just run so they can eat.
Another way that we are saving a little money is by going to a local grocery store, went to the local, bought some ham, cheese, a little bit of mayo. We actually went to a Thoughtful Bread Company, a place that Hilarie found, and bought a loaf of bread. They were really nice and sliced it for us. So we're back at the Airbnb, having a little bit of lunch so we can fuel up and do it all over again.
We found a labyrinth. It's kind of like labyrinth. It's called, I believe it's called a maze technically for this specific one, but it looks an awful lot like labyrinth. And I think those are so cool because they're really made for you to walk and think about your life. I have loved that and found out about it in college, and have always, every time I see a labyrinth or something that looks like a labyrinth, I have to check it out. So this is probably one of the favorite ones I've ever seen, so, because it's in Bath.
Okay, let's not get lost in this maze.
Behind me, you see the Roman baths. These are ancient baths that go back to times when the Romans had settled here, and people of all types could come to this enormous bath. Think of it as a place where people came to make sacrifices to the gods, which was really interesting. People of all statures could come and be present, and they would all take part in this bath time together.
How's that again?
These are the Great Roman Baths. So this is the main area, like where the hot springs fed into. So this would have been the main center of activity.
There were also instances in which people would have different items stolen. So if you imagine going to the beach or going to the lake, and in order to go get in the water, you've got to leave all of your stuff behind. This was a lot like that. People would leave their stuff behind, and then they would get super frustrated because maybe their cloak or their coat or something had been stolen. And so they would write a prayer to the gods. They would leave it in the spring and hope that the gods would find the culprit and give them justice. What makes Bath a little different is that the hot springs here are really big. And so in Rome and other places, it would be very rare that an average person would get to experience hot springs. And so here, it was a pretty big deal that you could come and experience not just hot springs, but that were natural, that didn't cost money to heat, but you could experience a huge one. And so this is really large compared to a lot that you might see in other places. It's also believed that these waters were healing, that they had some healing powers, including fertility. I believe that people would come here believing that if they bathed in these waters, they would become more fertile. Really cool to see in person, and definitely recommend checking out the museum itself and going through and walking through and really listening to the different things that they said, because it's really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. It's warm.
Mineral content of some well-known.
You can taste like the minerals in it. It's warm though, it's cozy. I feel like I'm gonna live forever.
Not sure that's how that works, but we'll go with it.
Jamin and I are on a walk through the countryside. It's amazing. We are walking from Bath, England to South Stoke, England. It's just a few miles away. It's about an hour walk from Bath and from where we were staying in Bath. And we're on the hunt for an English pub that the community of South Stoke decided to come together to, I believe, to save it at some point.
How sure are we about this pub?
So I just think it's really cool that it's an actual community pub, that the community pitched in to keep this pub alive. So anyway, we're gonna check it out.
He is really slow, but it was uphill. Tune into the podcast to find out why 2 pints is their limit. I had to stop by church after the pub, I see.
We're here outside of Bath Abbey, and it's night. The place is kind of cleared out. Like earlier today, this was just full of people. But kind of a cool story about the Abbey. Oliver King was appointed Bishop of Bath at one point, and he came here. The Abbey was in kind of a state of disrepair, and he had a dream one night that resembled the story of Jacob in the Bible, where angels are going up and down the ladder to heaven. And so when they restored Bath Abbey, that's what he did here. So you can see angels going up and down the ladder to heaven here at Bath Abbey. We had an awesome time here in Bath. We went for a great run. We hiked to South Stoke and went to the Packhorse.
That was so fun.
That was really cool.
We went to Palm Sunday service in Bath Abbey. That was great. We toured the women baths.
Yeah, we've had some great meals, done some great shopping. If you want to hear the full story about it, go listen to the podcast. Otherwise, come with us. We're headed to Oxford.
I'll have a chat with these two about filming next to waterfalls. The gist of it is, tune into the podcast and make sure you subscribe to go with them to Oxford.